Welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions, the channel that asks the controversial questions of life. I'm Charlotte Dobre, and today's topic is, do dating age gaps really matter? Is age just a number? Does love really conquer all? Have you or someone you know dated someone much older or much younger? What were your experiences? As always, be sure to share your thoughts and experiences in the comment section down below. According to a Brown University study, the social structure of a country determines the age between spouses more than any other factor. For the sake of time, we'll be covering the age gap when it comes to heterosexual relationships. Historically, we see unequal age pairings quite often. In classical Greece, women as young as their mid-teens would marry men twice their age. This trend is especially common when it came to men of power. We also saw this in reverse. Women of influence in classical Greece would also partner up with younger men. Arranged marriages used to be the norm, and often resulted in the husband being much older than the wife. Monarchs often chose younger spouses. A good example was Henry VIII. He married several women much younger than him. Female monarchs throughout history also exercised their right to take younger lovers and spouses. Statistically, men usually prefer younger women, and women prefer older men. The phenomenon of men preferring younger mates and vice versa is technically known as the age differential effect, and it occurs in almost all cultures. There are a variety of reasons a person chooses someone significantly older or younger to be their spouse. For example, many look for partners who can provide for them, otherwise known as a breadwinner. In the past, women preferred older men because as men get older, they earn more money. Women were often the ones who stayed home to take care of the children and the household, so women needed a man to provide an adequate lifestyle, both for her and her children. This example is not as common in today's society as more and more women enter the workforce and even become breadwinners themselves, but it is still evident. Another reason why men choose younger spouses has to do with fertility. Women tend to be less fertile as they age. They become completely infertile at menopause. Men are fertile until much later in life than women. From an evolutionary perspective, the psychology behind the age gap is that people tend to prefer mates that appear more fertile. Even though the portrayal of older women dating much younger men is often seen in modern media, like TV shows and movies, at least one academic study has found the cougar theme to be a myth. It is more often than not men who prefer the company of younger women. So why are relationships with big age differences frowned upon? Many societies regard age disparate relationships as socially unacceptable. There are many negative terms to brand someone significantly older or younger than their partners. Cradle robbing is the act of dating someone much younger. A sugar daddy is an older man who offers gifts or money to a younger person in return for sexual favors or a relationship. A gold digger is someone who seeks financial stability in a mate. Gold diggers are often seen as being similar to prostitutes. So how young is too young? Large age differences in relationships tend to only be acceptable when both partners are older. A 10-year difference is seen as acceptable when the wife is 40 and the husband is 50, for example. However, if they were much younger, say 15 and 25, the relationship is seen as much more taboo. And of course, there's the question of whether or not the age difference between partners is so large and one of the partners is so young that the older partner is seen as pedophilic. Pedophilia is the attraction of older individuals to pre-adolescence. Pedophilia is illegal in most places because the younger partner is considered too young to legally consent to sexual relations. The age of consent varies from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. Most countries in the world have an age of consent between 14 to 18 years, but there are places where the age of consent is as young as 12, like in Mexico, and the oldest is 21, in Madagascar. Violating the age of consent is seen as a criminal offense. Punishments range from fines to life imprisonment. That being said, even though there are age of consent laws in place, that doesn't mean these relationships don't happen. We often hear of teachers, for example, who have engaged in sexual, romantic relationships with their students. The students often willingly engage in these relationships, but because they are not the legal age of consent, the teacher is charged with statutory rape. So if large age gaps in relationships are frowned upon in society, why do they still occur? Well, one of the most compelling arguments is that for those who feel they are in love, age does not matter. It is difficult to perceive what a relationship is like from the outside, but it is easy to judge. There are factors someone outside of the relationship would not consider. The younger partner might not be after financial security. Often, the younger partner likes what the older partner brings to the table. Things like experience, maturity, and wisdom could attract a younger partner to an older one. And older partners appreciate the youthfulness, energy, and new perspectives that the younger partner possesses. When it comes to relationships, there are far more important factors than age, such as physical attractiveness and personality compatibility. In the words of celebrated American author Mark Twain, age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. So then, to answer the question, does the dating age gap really matter? No, it doesn't. All relationships have problems. They are not always problems associated with age differences. As long as the relationship is legal and consensual, the choices that you make in your love life are yours to make, and age shouldn't matter. It all depends on you. I'm Charlotte Dobre for Life's Biggest Questions. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on that bell notification so you can stay up to date when we upload content.